Across the United States, the ultimate penalty is death. But in some cases, it's the ultimate mistake. Over 150 individuals have been wrongfully convicted, sentenced to death, and executed, some never to see the truth revealed in their lifetime. This is their story. Welcome to True Criminal. Number 1. Carlos de Luna, State, Texas. February 4th, 1983. Carlos de Luna was arrested for the murder of Wanda Lopez, a young woman working at a gas station in Corpus Christi, Texas. He was charged with her brutal stabbing. The evidence seemed damning, eyewitness testimony and a confession, or so it seemed. De Luna maintained his innocence. He said another man, Carlos Hernandez, was the true killer. But the police dismissed Hernandez. They said he didn't exist. They were wrong. In 1989, Carlos de Luna was executed. The real killer, Hernandez, was never investigated properly. Years later, investigations revealed that Carlos Hernandez was very much real, a violent criminal who had confessed to the murder. Carlos de Luna was executed for a crime he didn't commit, and the real killer walked free. Number 2. Cameron Todd Willingham, State, Texas. In 1991, a fire destroyed the home of Cameron Todd Willingham in Corsicana, Texas. Tragically, his 3 young daughters died in the blaze. Willingham was accused of arson. The prosecution claimed he set the fire to kill his children. The evidence, a forensic report, later discredited, suggested the fire was intentionally set. But newer fire science cast serious doubt on these findings. Despite the mounting evidence of his innocence, Cameron Todd Willingham was executed in 2004. And in 2011, the Texas Forensic Science Commission concluded that the original fire investigation was flawed. Too late. The truth came after the execution. Number 3. Ruben Cantu, State, Texas. In 1984, a man was murdered during a robbery in San Antonio, Texas. Ruben Cantu, just 17, was arrested and sentenced to death for the crime. The key witness in the case testified against Cantu, saying he was the one who shot the victim. But years after his execution in 1993, the witness recanted, admitting that he was coerced into identifying Cantu. No physical evidence ever tied him to the crime. Ruben Cantu, executed for a crime he didn't commit. Another tragic mistake. Number 4. Gary Graham, State, Shaka Sankofa. In 1981, Gary Graham was accused of shooting and killing Bobby Grant Lambert in a parking lot in Houston, Texas. The prosecution relied on the testimony of a single eyewitness who claimed she saw Graham shoot Lambert from a distance during the night under poor lighting. As time passed, more people came forward, claiming that Graham was not the man they saw. But Gary was executed in 2000. One witness, one life destroyed. Gary Graham, an innocent man executed. Number 5. Larry Swearingen, State, Texas. Larry Swearingen was convicted of the murder of Melissa Trotter in 1998. He was sentenced to death in 2000. The problem, the victim's time of death, was inconsistent with Swearingen's alleged involvement. Experts testified that Trotter had been dead for weeks before Swearingen was arrested. Despite this evidence, despite the testimony from medical experts, Larry Swearingen was executed in 2019. A man executed, a life lost, but the truth just out of reach. The system failed them. Their names linger in the shadows of a broken system, a system that once held their fate in its hands. We may never know the full extent of the damage done by these wrongful executions. But we must remember, for those whose voices were silenced, for justice that was never served, may their voices be heard long after the final gavel falls.